On the 24th of May, 2019, the sudden vanishing of Jennifer Dulos, a devoted mother, left her children and relatives without a trace of her presence. This mysterious case led the authorities on an extensive probe, revealing a startling reality. The person once closest to Jennifer was behind her disappearance. Born to Hillard Farber, a financier, and Gloria Ortenberg, a benefactor, on September 27, 1968, in New York City, Jennifer Dulos had only one sibling, Melissa Irene Farber. Her academic journey took her to Brown University, where she completed her undergraduate studies in 1990, followed by a master's in writing from the Tisch School of the Arts at New York University. In 2004, her uncle Arthur Ortenberg, together with his spouse, launched the fashion enterprise Liz Claiborne Incorporated. Jennifer's life partner, Fotis Dulos, became her spouse, and together they welcomed 5 offspring into the world, 2 pairs of twins and a daughter, all named in honor of Greek holy figures, Theodor, Constantine, Petro, Christian, and Cleopatra Noel Dulos. Their union lasted 13 years before it deteriorated in 2017, leaving Jennifer fearful of the man she once cherished. This raises the inquiry: who was Fotis Dulos, and what led to the alteration in his demeanor? Fotis Dulos entered the world on August 6, 1967, in Turkey and was raised in Athens, Greece. He relocated to the United States in 1986, attended Brown University, and graduated in 1989. Later, he obtained a master's in finance from Columbia Business School. Fotis's initial marriage was to Hilary Vanessa Alama, whom he met at Brown University and wed in Athens in 2000. Following the dissolution of their marriage in 2004, Fotis settled in Connecticut. He tied the knot with Jennifer in September 2004, shortly after his divorce, having been involved with her during his previous marriage. They made their home in Farmington, and their marriage resulted in 5 children, deeply cherished by Jennifer. Her disappearance raised suspicions among law enforcement, as it was out of character for Jennifer to willingly leave her children. Prior to her disappearance, Jennifer sought a divorce and the sole guardianship of her children, fearing for their safety due to the souring of her relationship with Fotis. The couple's relationship reached its nadir in 2017. Jennifer had expressed concerns about her marital strife as early as March 12, 2012, in a blog post, lamenting her lack of strength in facing confrontations. In 2017, she initiated divorce proceedings, citing Fotis's independent lifestyle and infidelity with his Venezuelan colleague, Michelle Troconis. That same year, Jennifer sought emergency custody of her children, which the court denied, instead granting shared custody to both parents. Jennifer's fear for her own safety and that of her children was palpable, as she accused Fotis of displaying erratic, dangerous, and domineering behavior. Jennifer recounted a distressing incident involving Fotis on the 3rd of June, 2017. Discovering her plans for the children's activities that Saturday morning displeased Fotis, leading to an outburst. Jennifer described him as furious and disturbed. Fearing for her safety, she fled upstairs, but Fotis pursued her. Despite locking herself in a room, Fotis's verbal assaults and physical threats continued. The situation underscored Jennifer's vulnerability around her husband, especially after initiating divorce proceedings. In a revealing interview, she expressed her fear of Fotis, believing he might seek revenge for her wanting a divorce. She alleged that Fotis had menaced her with kidnapping threats against their children and had even purchased a firearm in 2017. In 2018, Jennifer sought emergency sole custody, citing Fotis's violation of court orders. The court awarded her full physical custody, while legal custody remained joint. Fotis received rights to supervise visitations and monitored calls. Jennifer relocated with the children to New Canaan, distancing them from Fotis by 70 miles. Fotis, feeling wronged by the allegations, reached out to Jennifer via email, emphasizing the children's need for both parents and proposing they remain together for the family's sake. He suggested partnership and mutual tolerance. Contrarily, Fotis refuted Jennifer's claims, accusing her of alienating their children and labeling him as uncaring and psychopathic. He contended that Jennifer had threatened to prolong the divorce to have him physically harmed. The narrative took a grim turn when Jennifer missed her medical appointments in New York City, scheduled for 11:00 a.m. and 1:00 p.m., raising her family's concerns. The nanny's discovery of Jennifer's vehicle in the garage, coupled with bloodstains found there, on the kitchen floor, and on the car's exterior, intensified the mystery. The blood was identified as a mix of Jennifer's and Fotis's, prompting speculation about Fotis's involvement in her disappearance. Police investigations later indicated that Fotis had driven the vehicle and allegedly concealed Jennifer's body and evidence linked to the crime scene within it. Fotis Dulos concealed Jennifer's remains and left the vehicle a short distance from New Canaan. The authorities, piecing together his dubious actions, deemed Fotis a prime suspect in a heinous act. That evening, security footage captured Fotis and his partner, Michelle Troconis, disposing of refuse, implicating them both in the grim affair. Michelle Troconis, hailing from Venezuela, led a varied life as a parent, equestrian, and journalist. Yet, her involvement in a grave crime was unforeseen. Her liaison with Fotis, while he was yet wed to Jennifer, played a part in the dissolution of his marriage. Surveillance recordings were pivotal in unraveling the extent of Fotis's meticulously orchestrated crime. The police surmised that Fotis had not acted alone. On the fateful day of May 24, 2019, he commandeered an employee's Tacoma truck and drove to New Canaan, Connecticut. Captured by a school bus camera at dawn, the truck was seen hastening towards Wagney Park, where Jennifer's Chevrolet Suburban was later discovered. Despite Fotis's attempts to erase his traces, he left behind significant evidence at the New Canaan residence, including his DNA on a doorknob and a blend of his and Jennifer's blood on a kitchen faucet. Surveillance from a neighbor suggested Fotis spent considerable time cleaning the premises, and the Suburban was recorded departing later that morning. It was believed that Fotis and Troconis then sought to eliminate any remaining evidence from the vehicle, but their efforts were in vain as Jennifer's DNA was detected on the car's passenger seat. The accumulation of incriminating evidence pointed to Fotis Dulos as the central figure in Jennifer Dulos's vanishing. On June 7, 2020, he was apprehended and indicted on charges of capital murder. Fotis Dulos maintained his innocence in the face of the allegations. With Norm Pattis as his legal counsel, Fotis was adamant that Jennifer Dulos had met her demise. Initially released, Fotis and his partner Troconis were rearrested in September 2019 on charges of evidence tampering and obstruction of justice. In a subsequent court appearance in October 2019, Fotis sought to have the charges dismissed, prompting the judge to consider the arguments from both sides. During this tumultuous time, the children of Jennifer and Fotis were in the care of Gloria Farber, Jennifer's mother. Before their 2020 arrest, Troconis reportedly left Fotis's luxurious Farmington residence, valued at $5 million, with her child. Kent Douglas Mohini, a former attorney and associate of Fotis, faced arrest and charges of conspiracy to commit murder. Captured at gunpoint, Mohini was suspected of aiding Fotis and Troconis in fabricating an alibi on the day Jennifer vanished. Concurrently, Mohini faced allegations of marital assault from his spouse. After reporting him missing, Michelle Mohini, his estranged wife, was later located, and Mohini was declared a fugitive. His incarceration without bail followed amidst public turmoil. Law enforcement's probe into Fotis Dulos's Farmington estate led to the discovery of a Stihl MS-170 chainsaw, a .22 caliber firearm, and a logbook labeled Alibi. A Honda linked to a missing individual was also found on the property. Excavation efforts unearthed a clump of human hair and a black fabric bag, later identified as belonging to Jennifer Dulos. The soil around the site had been treated with lime. Jennifer's blood was detected in the Honda, and further searches near Fotis's home uncovered 2 more empty trash bags, potentially connected to the disposal of Jennifer's remains. Her blood was also present on the seatbelts of a Toyota truck driven by Fotis, as well as in a sink and on a paper towel. Fotis Dulos's genetic material was found on various surfaces, including a sink, a tap, and a doorknob. Despite the mounting evidence, Fotis Dulos's trial, set for September 9, 2020, never commenced due to his suicide, leading to the dismissal of the charges against him. Following his death, Michelle Troconis and Kent Mulhenny emerged as the primary suspects. The pandemic caused a delay in Troconis' trial, initially scheduled for June 2021, with a new date set for August 6, 2021. Mulhenny's trial was slated for September 14, 2021. Jennifer Dulos's disappearance sent shockwaves through the community and ignited a search that garnered national attention. The case became a focal point across various media platforms and heightened public consciousness about domestic violence and the significance of reporting dubious conduct. The loss has deeply affected Jennifer's loved ones and the broader community, leaving her children motherless and her family seeking closure. The mystery of Jennifer Dulos's whereabouts persists, with ongoing efforts to uncover the truth.